Ahead tonight, the newest addition to the Defense Forces fleet arrives tomorrow. And coming up in sports, 6 days and counting until the inaugural IAAF World Relays here in the Bahamas. The Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition, starts now.
Now in HD. Network presents The Bahamas Tonight. This portion of the news brought to you by BTC Every Day.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Candino Knowles, and welcome to the weekend edition of The Bahamas Tonight. Thanks for joining us. Government's commitment to further aggressively man our borders quickly coming to fruition as the first phase of the Royal Bahamas Defense Forces Sandy Bottom project nears completion. The first of 9 vessels, named the HMBS Arthur D. Hanna, constructed by Netherlands-based Damen Shipyard Group, is expected to arrive in New Providence at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Tonight, Altavis Munnings takes a closer look at the new fleet and how this much-anticipated transformation of the Defense Force will make history.
9 ships, 3 ports, 2 companies, Damen and Van Ord, 1 nation, the Bahamas, equals 1 family. That's what mega shipbuilders Damen and Van Ord want to accomplish for the Royal Bahamas Defense Force's multi-million-dollar Sandy Bottom project. The first vessel, the HMBS Arthur Hanna, will arrive on Monday. The Defense Force will acquire 4 Stand Patrol 4207 craft for long-range patrolling, 4 Stand Patrol 3007 for coastal duties, and 1 RoRo 5612 that will be utilized for logistical support and disaster relief. The Stand Patrol 4207 Blue Water Patrol vessels will operate long-distance missions and patrol the economic exclusive zone of the Bahamas. Its unique hull design results in strong sea roaming capabilities. It can also comfortably outfit 24 crew members who will enjoy modern living amenities. Coastal Patrol will be significantly enhanced when the Defense Force acquires the 4 Stand Patrol 3007 vessels, which enables a radar range of 96 nautical miles. It's specifically designed to fulfill tasks in the shallow waters of the country. 13 Defense Force crew members can operate this boat. And whenever a natural disaster occurs, the highly modern RoRo 5612 can supply numerous locations nationwide. 12 crew members will be able to successfully fulfill any rescue mission, even in remote areas. Now, in order for the vessels to work effectively, enhancements will be made to the Defense Force's Coral Harbor, Gunpoint Ragged Island, Matthew Town Anagua, and Grand Bahama bases. Dredging will allow more deeper capacity. A man-made coral reef will create and protect new sea life, and breakwaters will provide easier port access. Damen and Van Ord's goal is to ensure the Royal Bahamas Defense Force is ready to meet the security challenges of the 21st century. The Sandy Bottom project is expected to be completed by 2015. Altavis Munnings, ZNS Network News.
Now to news from the police. Detectives found the lifeless body of a woman in a parked car near a farm off Cowpen Road early this morning. The discovery was made about a quarter of a mile into the bushes off the main road. Police revealed the details of their initial investigation to our Jared Higgs.
Responding officers visited the scene and discovered the body of a female.
The discovery was made shortly after 7 a.m. Sunday when a local resident, identified as Jonathan, observed a blue Honda Accord parked in the bushes near his home. The curious resident looked into the parked vehicle after returning from a visit to a nearby relative.
And that's when I noticed the lady was in the car, slumped forward, and so I called back the police and let them know to send the patrol car and to bring ambulance.
Eyewitnesses claimed the woman may have been beaten to death. However, police were unable to confirm that on the scene and did not provide much details on the extent of her injuries.
As if there are several injuries to the body of this victim. We do not have much information at this very moment, but it's a heavy-set female.
While Jonathan says this is the first time a discovery like this has been made near his home, he still has major concerns.
I wish for them to crack down on crime really serious and try to get it to stop.
Now, this latest discovery joins a long list of findings in the Cowpen Roads and Carmichael Road areas, and police are asking anyone with information, please come forward and share what you know. Jared Higgs, ZNS Network News.
Well, Assistant Commissioner Anthony Ferguson also released details of another homicide that happened here in the capital around 3:30 this morning. Authorities confirmed that they found the lifeless body of a man on Haven and Red Sea Roads in the Redland Acres area with multiple gunshot wounds to the body.
This is at the South Beach Police Station received a report that a male was seen lying in the driveway. Responding officers along with EMS personnel went to that location where they discovered the body of a male lying on the side of the road. Upon examination, there were apparent gunshot injuries to the body of this male. We do not have any further information on the circumstances surrounding this incident.
Well, it seems Free National Movement Senator John Bostwick is in some deep trouble tonight after he was arrested for possession of ammunition. Police say the 42-year-old Nassau resident was traveling from Freeport to New Providence around 7 o'clock last night when he was stopped at the security checkpoint. Police say when Bostwick's bags went through the customary X-ray check, officers noticed a suspicious object and alerted the police. When police checked the bags, they say they discovered 10.22 rounds of ammunition. The senator was then arrested and taken into police custody. No word from the Bostwick camp just yet, but the F&M released a statement today offering prayers to the family. The statement reads, quote, "As a party which respects the rule of law, we confidently expect a thorough and professional police investigation and urge the public to allow due process to take its proper course," end quote. Well, 2 illegal firearms confiscated and 6 men arrested. Well, that's what happened when Saturation Police patrols canvassed the streets of New Providence last night. Internal Security Division officers patrolled Lion Road, that's off Kemp Road, shortly before 10 o'clock last night when they arrested 2 men, 20 and 37 years old, after finding a handgun along with a quantity of ammunition in their possession. 4 men, ages 21, 22, 25, and 27, were also arrested on Victoria Boulevard shortly before midnight when flying squad officers searched the black Honda they were in and found a handgun with a quantity of ammunition. Police say they will formally charge the 6 men in court later this week. Meanwhile, police are also investigating 2 stabbing incidents last night. We're told the first happened shortly after 8:30 when a man who was walking on Wolf Road was attacked by a group of men who stabbed him in the body with an unknown object. The men then fled on foot. The victim, according to police, is detained in stable condition. Now, the second stabbing incident happened shortly after 11:30 last night when 2 men were stabbed about the body after an altercation with another man at a party on Malcolm Road. Police say those men were also detained in hospital in stable condition tonight. Police are appealing to anyone who may have any information regarding any of these incidents to contact 911, 919 or the nearest police station. And a shooting incident overnight, also keeping police here in the capital busy this weekend. We can tell you that a 21-year-old man of Nassau Village was shot in the hand on Florida Court around 10 o'clock last night. The victim is detained in stable condition in hospital as the police continue intense investigations into this matter. Well, in news from the Labor Front, President of the Trade Union Congress, Obi Ferguson, confirmed to our news team that the group plans to meet with Prime Minister Perry Christie following the presentation of a proposal to the nation's leader on Friday. Ferguson described the document as a compilation of a number of issues prepared by the TUC and its concerns, which the union hopes the government can address. Mr. Ferguson says he also hopes to regain respect not only from workers but for trade union leaders as well.
We have a meeting scheduled with the Prime Minister on Monday at 1. The 2 Apex body will be meeting on Monday afternoon at 5 to update persons on what was the outcome of the meeting. And at that meeting, it is expected that a definitive position will be taken with respect to the Apex bodies and the trade union movement in general. So what will happen after that meeting, we intend to have another meeting, another rally with the workers.
Now, the trade union leader revealed plans for both umbrella unions, that is, the TUC and the National Congress of Trade Unions of the Bahamas, the NCTUB, to hold a second rally to update the labor body as to their position following the May 6th rally and recent meetings with government. Now, Mr. Ferguson said there seems to be a disconnect between government and the trade union movement.
We figure things like minimum wage. We think that minimum wage has to be brought up to date. $150 is just not acceptable. We looking for a living wage, more to the tune of $350, $375, figures in that area. Areas dealing with legislation like redundancy, we believe that the redundancy laws is regressive. It's not in the interest of workers. We have some concern about the fact that you can't have redundancy pay and gratuity all in one. Even though you work for your gratuity, the legislation is very regressive in that regard. So there's a whole series, and each of the union lodged their complaints and their concerns.
Well, still to come, nurses nationwide celebrating a milestone today. That story and more when the weekend edition continues.